Welcome back, Roomies, to another episode of First Try. Today we got something special for y'all. What we cooking?
Well, today we're going to be making deep fried shrimp and lobster tail meatballs over some spicy mac and cheese. We're really excited to show you guys this one, so stick around and grab your aprons. Alright, so let's talk about what we're going to need for this spicy mac and cheese. Today we're using spiral noodles, but you can use whatever style you like. Go ahead and chop up 3 fresh jalapenos. Go to the fridge and grab your eggs, your milk, butter, Colby Monterey Jack cheese, and sharp cheddar. For seasonings, we're going to use Mrs. Dash extra spicy blend, garlic powder, ground black pepper, 2 cans of cheddar cheese, onion powder, and slap your mama. Let's get started. I used 12 cups of water, and then I went ahead and poured about half of the bag of the spiral noodles. We're also going to be using Penne noodles. One time we were running low on noodles, and we decided to mix them together. And now we just like our mac and cheese with more than one type of noodle. That's how we roll. So now that we've got our noodles in there, we're going to go ahead and salt the water. This is a very important step. Salt to taste. You know how salty you want your food. Alright, so I have my stove all the way up on high. The oven is already set to 375, so by the time the noodles are done boiling, the oven will already be hot. So our noodles are done. We went ahead and popped that in our strainer. And we want to get on the move while these noodles are still hot. So we're going to take our noodles and drop them in there. We're going to use a half a cup of this butter. The reason you want to go ahead and hurry up and get it while it's hot is because it helps the butter melt. Next, we're going to add those bell peppers. We've got those diced up jalapenos we had from earlier. Toss that in there. Smelling good already. I ain't even put no other seasonings up in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and get to our cheddar cheese. We're going to use 2 cans. Let's stir that in. Now for your milk, you want to do it to where you kind of see it through the noodles. You don't want to do too much milk. You see how you can see a little bit of that milk on the side? That's what we want. We don't want the milk to hover over. We want to see a little bit of that milk on the side. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and add our Colby and Monterey Jack. Shake, shake, shake that in there. Don't be shy, it's mac and cheese. Sharp cheddar. Now let's go ahead and add in our seasonings. We've been looking for this Mrs. Dash. If you've been watching our past videos, that's your cue to subscribe right there. But we've been looking for this seasoning high and low, but we finally got our hands on it. Season it to taste, season it how you want to. Add that pepper. Garlic powder. Then we're going to take 2 eggs and whisk it all the way up until it's nice and runny. Make sure you do this last, because if your noodles are still hot, it's going to turn into scrambled eggs. And then we're going to move it to some glassware. Shake that on in there. Make sure your noodles are all nice and evenly laid out, and go ahead and start layering on your cheese. Take that Monterey and Colby and make sure that every corner is covered. Take whatever leftover cheddar cheese you have and fill it up. Then take that aluminum foil and make sure you wrap it tightly around the glassware. The aluminum foil makes sure that the mac and cheese does not dry out. So we're going to stick this in the oven for 45 minutes, and then we're going to take the foil off and let it sit for 15 more minutes. We're just going to let it cool off and let it finish solidifying. Because it's still hot, it's still going to keep cooking. So even if you feel like it's not quite ready yet, go ahead and take it out because it's still going to keep cooking.
Next, let's do the shrimp and lobster meatballs. First, you need to wash your shrimp, and I'm going to show you how to take the meat out the lobster shell. But first, let's talk about what you need. You're going to need some lemons, eggs, your mayo, panko breadcrumbs, and mustard. Now, let's get to our seasonings. You're going to need some basil, thyme, cayenne pepper, our special salt, Old Bay seasoning, minced garlic, and lemon pepper. Okay, so let's take that freshly washed shrimp, transfer it to a bowl, and start adding our seasonings. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. After we add our seasonings, we are going to toss it around. Just make sure that seasoning and that flavor is getting everywhere. We want it to get on every shrimp. No flavor left behind. Let's get into cutting our lobster open. I'm gonna cut it down the middle, so I don't want to cut too much meat, so we just get right up in there. You gotta definitely get your kitchen shears for this one. And then I'm gonna flip it over, and then I'm gonna cut down this side as well. Okay. Let's just spread it open. Look at that. Look at that. That's what we wanted right there. That is what we wanted. We just wanted to clean. Look at that. That meat just coming right out. We're gonna put our cut up lobster into a bowl, and we're gonna season it almost exactly like how we did the shrimp. The only difference with the lobster is that we're gonna add cayenne pepper to give it some more of that kick, and then mix it around and get that flavor everywhere. Okay, so we popped our shrimp in the pan, put it with some grease, got it on high, and we're gonna just let this cook. We're not going to let it cook all the way because we're still going to fry it, but we're going to cook it most of the way through. But let's look at that color though. You see, it's not cooked all the way. It definitely can be pinker, but hey, we about to fry it, so that's good. Okay, let's go ahead and put our lobster in. Same thing with this one. We're not going to cook it all the way. Looking cooked well enough so that we can cut it up and put it with our shrimp so that we can make our fried ball.
Alright, let's go ahead and crack this egg. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our mayo. Mayo works as a good adhesive. Then we're gonna add some mustard, add some milk, squeeze a lemon in there, and on to the next. Mix that together. Got that egg in there, kind of want to whisk that. And this is where you can go ahead and add your seasonings. Make sure you grab some of this allspice and put it in there. And now we're gonna go ahead and add that panko breadcrumbs. We wanna get it nice and chunky so that it can stick to the meat. Y'all can see that consistency. I like some slop. All right, so we're gonna put our lobster in, put the shrimp in there. And we're just gonna mix that all together. So essentially what I'm doing is just grabbing a handful and I'm packing it together. Packing that together using my palms to really round it out. You could also use a ice cream scoop. We have one, just forgot to grab it. And I'm in the thick of it now. And there you have it, guys. All the balls are nicely rolled up. You can either put it in a pan and stick it in your fridge for up to an hour, or you can leave it overnight.
All right, so let's take our food out the fridge, and it's frying time. So let's go ahead and put our balls in the fryer. I don't want them touching each other, so I'm gonna definitely kind of spread them out. I think I can probably get 4 in here. Lay them in the grease. Okay, they're done. Just go ahead and rise them out the grease. We're gonna put our food on a plate with some paper towels so that it can catch the excess grease that's falling off.
Then we'll go ahead and grab some mac and cheese and start plating our food. Look at that. Now we're placing down some of those seafood meatballs ever so carefully.
We're gonna take our lemon butter mixture and glaze it on our seafood balls. This butter has honey, lemon, thyme, and basil.
All right, guys, it's time for our favorite part, and that is the first try.
I'm excited.
Me too. Oh, look at just cutting into that.
Oh, I went straight for the mac.
Ooh.
But I am. The mac is good. It's good by itself. Now let's taste it together.
Look at that delicacy. That's beautiful. And that lemon on it. I'm tasting that lemon zestiness. This is good.
Not full of flavor.
We hope you guys really enjoyed the video. We hope you learned something. Definitely try this out and let us know. Show us your variations of it.
Yeah, what would you do different? Click that like button and that subscribe button and that notification button.
You don't want to miss the video?
Because we're coming.
With good content like this.
Keep watching, Roomies. Stay beautiful, stay healthy, and we will stay seeing y'all later.